head coach of the men's basketball team, Jake Zender. First of all, what do you and the guys want to build on after that game versus Voorhees?
I think we did some good things offensively that translated well from a couple days of practice that we had in between Coker and Voorhees. But I think the defensive side of the ball is going to be big. We've got to make a big jump there. So that's been a focus the last day or two of practice. Is just the other side of the ball. Now we got to clean some things up.
After the home opener, how would you describe the team's comfort at home?
I mean, if they like playing at home, it's really important that you take care of home court, especially in college basketball. 70% of the time, the road team wins. So you gotta make sure that you're not part of that 30%. You know, you gotta make sure you take care of home court.
Absolutely. What are you and the team stressing with this being the first Conference Carolina game of the season?
There's 4 different parts of the year. You got preseason exhibition, right, where you're really just trying to tweak things and work on things and try to figure out where you're at. And then you got the non-conference slate, which is a good opportunity to kind of test yourself and get ready for league play. But then you got league play, and that's the whole thing, man. That's what this thing's all about. To get to where you want to go, you gotta be successful in league play. So this one means more. I mean, every game's big. The league play games are really big. You don't want to get caught behind, you know. And then that last portion is postseason, but you can't get to postseason without executing in league play. So this one's big.
What does this Chowan team do well, and how do you plan on slowing them down early on?
You know, Rob Burke is a fantastic coach. He's gonna have those guys playing really, really hard. That's kind of his MO, man. He's blue collar, and you know, they'll bring their hard hat, they'll roll up their sleeves, they'll be ready to play tonight. We just gotta kind of match their toughness, their intensity, because those guys will be ready.
Awesome. Well, good luck tonight against this Chowan team, your first conference game, and thanks for sitting down.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate it.
And welcome to Francis Marion University for the evening kickoff of men's basketball. This is the Conference Carolinas opener between the visiting Chowan Hawks and the host Francis Marion University Patriots. The Hawks looking for their first victory of the season, falling both to Young Harris and to Elizabeth City State University. As for the Patriots, Jake Zender picked up his first career victory. He is the interim head coach for Francis Marion. FMU now at 1-1 with the victory over Voorhees College on November 19th. Thanks again for joining us. I'm looking forward to this matchup of Conference Carolinas ball. Something really key, Kristen Keene leads the squad with greater than 17 points per game, so look for number 10 to try to go off for the Hawks in action. Now for FMU, it is really a spread out offense, so look for some great balance both by the senior Alex Cox along with a host of other athletes out on the floor. We're going to get ready for our lineups in just a moment, but let's talk a little bit more about the Francis Marion University Patriots. Of course, mentioned Cox a moment ago, but let's talk about the leading scorer for the Patriots. It's Bryce Beamer at 16.5 points per game from the field, hitting at better than 500. So Bryce Beamer is going to be a key for the Patriots. Number 3 guard, getting a little bit of forward action, so really running the 3/4 spot for the Patriots. Farrad St. Cyr gets the start for the Patriots. He saw some time last year, but picking up a little bit more time this year. He is a sharp shooter who can really get things going offensively from the floor. Adding in some size, Jonah Pierce, now a sophomore from Florida. Nick Silva coming in now also as a sophomore. So FMU has the size to match up with the speed of the Chowan Hawks. So it'll be the speed of the Hawks along with the size and balance of the Patriots. So let's first introduce the Hawks starting lineup. First, number 0, Dalen Askew. He is a guard, 6'3", from Ahoskie, North Carolina. Number 4, Jay Estime, the guard. He is a graduate student transferring in from UNC Wilmington. He's 6'5", also playing guard for Chowan. Number 5, Chase Barnett, the guard, also a grad student, and he was a transfer from the community college ranks, now in graduate school at Chowan. He went to Sandhills Community College. 6'3" guard is Chase Barnett. Shek Traore comes in, number 24, the Charlotte, North Carolina native from Concord Academy. He plays forward at 6'8", the longest of the Chowan starters. Rounding out the starting squad, number 33, R.J. Wilson, forward at 6'7". The senior is a transfer from Appalachian State University. Head coach is Rob Burke in his second season, assisted by Matt Lynch. And the volunteer assistant is Christian White. So we're going to get to talking a little bit more about FMU men's basketball. Coming in at 1-1 on the season, as I mentioned, a victory over Voorhees College after losing the opener at Coker College only days before that. Tion Rollins, number 1, gets the start at guard. The senior from Tallahassee, Florida. He is a transfer from Polk State College. Last year was his first for the Patriots. Number 3, Bryce Beamer, plays in that 3/4 slot for the Patriots. He is a senior coming in from Binghamton University. He hails from Odessa, Florida. Number 5, Fred St. Cyr is a 6'1" speedy guard sharpshooter from Miami, Florida. He is in his second year with the Patriots. And let's talk about some bigs. How about Jonah Pierce? He'll get some action at the 5. Predominantly, he is going to see some 4 action. Number 15, Jonah Pierce at 6'8", the sophomore from Sanford, Florida, and Seminole High School is starting for the Patriots. Rounding things out, forward Nick Silva, also going to see a little bit of 5, but also some 4. Nick Silva, number 34, he is a forward, 6'6", from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and Miami Prep School. Head coach Jake Zender is the interim head coach, assisted by Patrick Paul, athletic trainer. Got to give a lot of props to Haley Black for keeping the men upright and healthy. Managers are Tylek Cooper and Ashton Corbin, pitching in to aid the Patriots with their day-to-day efforts. So we talked a little bit about FMU and talked a lot about Bryce Beamer, but let's get into a little bit more statistically on the Francis Marion side. Got to talk a little bit about the rebounding for the Patriots, and if the Patriots can handle the glass, they are going to be super duper pleased. Jonah Pierce averaging 12.5 rebounds per game. So while his 8.5 points are important, how about 12.5 rebounds per game cleaning the glass? Jonah Pierce is a one-man cleaning machine. No other Patriot has more than 7 rebounds. Kick in Chandler O'Bannon, 6.5. Bryce Beamer, 6.5. So the Patriots taking down 42 rim saves versus their opponents, 36.5. So definitely a rebounding advantage for FMU early on in this season as we get started with Conference Carolinas play. Patriots are out on the floor awaiting Chowan to come to the floor. It'll be the tip-off. It is, of course, Jonah Pierce taking the responsibilities. Number 15 in the middle, Shek Traore, will go ahead with the jump ball responsibilities for the Chowan Hawks. Chowan in blue and white. Of course, the red, white, and blue in whites for Francis Marion. And we're off to the races. Here is the tip. Credit Francis Marion. And we're ready to get started. And with flair, Bryce Beamer collects it. How about a quick Nick Silva tray attempt? Here comes Chowan on offense. Patriots in a man defense to start out. Handling the ball is Chase Barnett. Down in the corner, Estime back to Barnett. Whipping it around the perimeter. Out for an opportunity. Dylan Askew chucks up the tray. Rebound to Traore. Possession back to Chowan. And the steal from Ferret St. Cyr. Can't quite get it out, so here comes Chowan on the drive. No issues there for Chase Barnett. Barnett takes it down the lane for the first points of this game. Tian Rollins motioning to get a little bit of help as they clear the timeline. Rollins will take it to the rim. And 2 rebounds. Struggle. Eventually, Bryce Beamer collects it and puts it back. 18:55 to go in the first half. Tied up at 2. Chowan's long. R.J. Wilson handles the ball at the top of the key. Give it back to Chase Barnett. So perimeter action from Chowan early besides the drive for the first points of the game. Now slip it underneath, willing to kick it back out. 7 seconds on the shot clock, 6 and 5. Throwing it up, and it is Traore. Traore from 6 feet goes with the teardrop to get the job done. Tian Rollins up to Bryce Beamer, up at the logo. Rollins now will slow it down. 16 to go on the shot clock. Back to Beamer. Over to Pierce. Shot clock winding down, 8-7-6, and then possession to Chowan with the steal. Picking up the dribble is R.J. Wilson. I like that the big man in R.J. Wilson has some handles. He can handle that ball. Brings the ball up the floor nicely. How about the tray? All 3 of these from Ferret St. Cyr. And scratch that, it was not St. Cyr. Of course, I had that number wrong and the possession wrong. That was on the Chowan side. So scratch that. How about credit to Chowan on the tray. Jay Estime with that one. In and out is the stroke from Bryce Beamer. On the foul for the Patriots, number 15, Jonah Pierce. So Patriots struggling to try to find a semblance of offense. Meanwhile, Chowan very patient, working their ball around the perimeter before finding opportunities, including a 3-point play. So here's Chowan bringing it up the floor. There's Chase Barnett. How about the tray attempt from Dylan Askew? Great rebound. Over the back, though, is going to be the call against R.J. Wilson. So that's the foul against the Hawks. That'll bring in a couple of substitutions. Isaac Hippolyte. Also, Skylar Davies. So possession of the Patriots. Patriots find themselves down 7-2 here early on in the first half. Chowan with a 7-2 advantage as St. Cyr directs traffic. Picking up his dribble, kicking it over to Beamer. Beamer's going to take the long distance tray. Oh, how about all 3 of these for Bryce Beamer? Patriots close to within 2. Inside and out. Kick it out to Chowan. Chowan with an air ball. Probably not the best look from Estime. Patriots on the run. Euro step for Ferret St. Cyr. How about Euro step slipping under to knock down the lay in. Finding open space to get the ball down. FMU ties it up at 7. FMU found itself down 7-2, but a quick 5-point run from the Patriots has it knotted at 7 apiece. Full-scale substitutions for the Hawks. Vager Alexanderson now entering the game for the first time for Chowan. Paul Whitby seeing his first action of the game. The guard from Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, inbound for the Chowan Hawks. No problem on the inbound. 17 to go on the clock. So content to not use the clock. Instead, Skylar Davies knocks down the baseline J. Rollins skip it across to Beamer. Beamer decides to punch it back out. Doug Alves with his first entry into the game for the Patriots. So Alvis handles the ball, and he'll be in the away court awaiting the pass, and instead taking it to the hole is Jonah Pierce. So Pierce winds his way down the floor and works his way down underneath the rim for the bucket. Patriots now with some significant pressure. Alex Cox into the game for the first time for the Pats. Up and underneath the rim. How about the end one opportunity for Isaac Hippolyte? Hippolyte really had his way with that possession, working his way down the baseline. There was a little bit of open space. Lay in with the right hand, count the bucket. And we'll have our first media timeout. 15:31 to go here in the first half. Chowan Hawks with an 11-9 advantage.
Where can you find Francis Marion University? Are we at our ever-expanding main campus? Or at the new freshwater ecology center? In our theaters, galleries, and classrooms in downtown Florence? Or with the growing list of partners throughout the state? We're all of those places. And we're with every one of our 26,000 graduates. Francis Marion University. We're everywhere.
This one is for every parent who needs a vacation after getting back from a family vacation. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Welcome back to the Smith University Center. I'm Paul McDonald, and I am happy to bring this Francis Marion University Patriots matchup, the opener of Conference Carolina's play. Francis Marion found itself down with Chowan really driving 7-2, but since then a quality run from FMU has closed the gap to 2. Chowan with an 11-9 advantage. But it'll be Isaac Hippolyte going to the line. Hippolyte, a near 70% free throw shooter. He finishes the and one successfully. Now some man pressure from Chowan, causing problems in the full court. We'll have to take a look as if it almost appeared to be man, turned into a little bit of a trap defense there. Regardless, Francis Marion breaks it. And now possession with the Patriots down by 3. Alex Cox is going to take it down the baseline. He'll turn and shoot. No problem for Alex Cox, knocking down the mid-range baseline. Cox back on defense, the very heady senior out on the floor for the Patriots. He can come up with a clutch shot from here from time to time. Missed three-pointer results in a fast break. Bryce Beamer with the finish. FMU with its first lead of the game now. The Patriots lead 13-12. Kick it out to a tray attempt from Paul Whitby. That ball on the rebound of Hippolyte. That ball goes out of bounds, though. That will be possession. Patriots entering the game for the Patriots, actually in for a few moments, has been Johann Steve Yebga, the forward from Paris, France, comes by way of Hillsborough Community College. This is his second season at Francis Marion. 6'7" forward out on the floor for the Pats. Also getting in on the action, Chandler O'Bannon, now the freshman from North Augusta, South Carolina, on the floor for the Patriots as well. Doug Alvis handles the ball from the arc. They'll whip it around the circles, so very frenetic pace by the Patriots trying to create some space. Taking it to the hole is Doug Alvis, and while his stroke misses, he'll have an opportunity to go to the line for 2 strokes. Paul Whitby with his first foul of the matchup.
At the line of the Patriots, 0, Doug Alves.
So Doug Alves out on the floor for the Patriots. Alves new to the red, white, and blue. He is a transfer from Quincy Junior College. He hails from Taunton, Massachusetts, so comes all the way down the East Coast to come and play for the red, white, and blue. These are Alves' first points of his career at Francis Marion University. So one for Alves to extend the advantage for the Patriots to 3 points. Now some big defense on the side of the Patriots. You can hear the fans rallying the troops, and so too is the bench trying to get the Patriot defense riled up. They are riled up. Some quality defense there, forcing Chowan to send the ball out of bounds. Like that defense, though, from Jake Zender's Patriot squad. So inbound for Chowan. Spreading the floor is Chowan. Tripping in the lane is number 33, R.J. Wilson. So the reset on offense with 10 seconds to go. Chowan is going to get the three-pointer off. Rebound to Jones. Darius Jones out on the floor, gets the rebound, smartly tosses it to Alex Cox. Jones now is going to take the opportunity, that and air ball. Easy rebound numbers for Chowan. Little behind the back creation station, but that ball blocked by Johann Steve Yebga. Possession back to the Patriots. Like that possession by Johann Steve Yebga to get the block and return the effort on the offensive end for the Patriots. Yebga now with possession. Patriots willing to slow the clock down to 10. Patriots with a 3-point lead. Cox is going to take it to the baseline. This time his stroke is defended, so a very contested shot. No good is the shot from Alex Cox. Steal, bit of a mispossession by Chowan, therefore possession to Darius Jones. So we get a timeout on the floor, and this will be a Patriots timeout. Patriots had possession, but I think they want timeout to get a reset on what their defense or what their offense is going to look like. Meanwhile, for Chowan, just trying to get things going after a hot start. They have cooled down decidedly. Conference Carolina's digital network. The Conference Carolina's digital network is powered by Huddle. It is the official digital network of Conference Carolinas. It will encompass all original programming from Conference Carolinas. Conference Carolina's digital network is available online at conferencecarolinasdn.com, as well as on platforms such as Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. Mobile devices including iPhone, iPad, Android will also work with the default web browser. Learn more and start watching now on conferencecarolinasdn.com. Hey, in earlier action, how about the FMU women victorious in the match moments ago? FMU came away with a 72-60 victory over the Chowan Hawks in women's play. That elevates FMU's record to 1-0 to start out Conference Carolina's play, and they move to 2-3 on the record overall. So back to play here in the men's matchup. Patriots find themselves ahead by 3. Trying to get the possession are the Patriots, scrambling to get it. Good save by Yebga. Now down to Alves. Alves is trapped underneath. He's able to kick it out to Alex Cox. 7 on the shot clock. How about Deion Jones? Darius Jones, scratch that, cannot make it. Possession to Chowan. Good possession until that shot. I think maybe there was a little bit more time for Jones to get done what he wanted done. But instead, a rush shot results in possession to Chowan. Yebga with the rebound. Yebga not happy with the contest from number 33, R.J. Wilson. But all of them really trying to corral the rebound. Rebounding always probably a significant component, a huge part of the men's game. Yebga with possession up at the top. He'll get rid of it to Jones. Over to Cox. 7 on the shot clock, make it 6 and 5. Cox is going to have to create something. Oh, whip it around. I like that patience by the Patriots. And using all of the clock, eventually getting the job done. Chandler O'Bannon. Excellent work by O'Bannon to recognize he had just enough time to take it to the lane. He knocks down the double. Great pressure by the Patriots. You can hear the energy of the Patriots on defense. There's O'Bannon. O'Bannon with the steal. It'll be Yebga taking it to the hole. And it'll be a block call against Chowan. Dalen Askew was in the dish when he posted up. I think he had good position, but with 1 foot in the dish underneath the rim, that's an immediate call. So foul on the floor, count the bucket. We got a timeout. FMU leads 19-12.
I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
Welcome back to the University Center, where FMU has really spread the ball around. 7 points for Bryce Beamer, and get this, 6 other players with 2 points apiece. So FMU more than happy to distribute the ball very kindly to each other. Several players getting in on the scoring, but it has been the Francis Marion floor defense causing problems for Chowan. While there have been 2 steals, one by O'Bannon and one by Cox, there has been plenty of other ball pressure causing problems for Chowan's offense, to the tune of a 19-12 advantage for the Patriots. Chowan will try to bring it up fast. They get into their half court, but the Patriots are also back fast to handle their work on defense. In a man defense, they've been in man all game so far with 11 minutes to go in the half. 3-point stroke is missed by Jay Estime. Estime drained his first three-pointer of the game, his first three-point attempt of the game. Since then, Estime has gone quite cold. Estime's only points a 3 earlier on in this stanza. So Chowan slowing things down, trying to work the ball control. They get the mid-range attempt. No dice for Estime. Patriots on the run, and the back on the glass is St. Cyr, so he maneuvers his way around the lengthy Isaac Hippolyte, and I like that work from St. Cyr. He had a drive earlier today to account for the other 2 points that he has tallied. St. Cyr now up to 4 points, both on fast breaks. Another rebound for the Patriots. Love this work by the Patriots on the glass. Also defensively, I like this supercharged defense and rebounding, working kindly for the Patriots so far. Patriots with a 21-12 lead, 10 and 11 to go. And how about all 3 of these? Make it 24-12. Dion Rollins with the tray. So Chowan content to continue to try to work the shot clock. Nearly a double dribble by Skylar Davies, but another steal by the Patriots. Patriots are getting into passing lanes for Chowan. Chowan is passing without taking good looks. The result has been several steals and disruptions by the Patriots. And the penalty is going to be a foul against Bryce Beamer. So Beamer in good position, but he did reach out and replace his arm and elbow to further get into the way of the defender during that screen attempt. So foul against Bryce Beamer. Patriots have doubled up the Chowan Hawks. Hawks opened up a 7-2 lead. Since then, it has been all Patriots. 9:28 to go in this first half. Chowan constantly rotating players in and out of the game on the floor. Vagar Alexanderson out on the floor. Also number 11, Preston Legasic from Southport, Queensland, Australia out on the floor. Chowan just trying for any Rubik's Cube combination that will solve the offense of Francis Marion and also try to generate some offense of their own. So inbounding is Chowan. Getting the deke is St. Cyr. Count the distance, Jay, from Paul Whitby. Whitby stepped aside from the leaping Farid St. Cyr, found himself with some free space, 18-footer. He knocks it down. And out of bounds with good pressure from Chowan, putting pressure on Alex Cox. Alex Cox did step out of bounds, therefore possession back to Chowan. A little bit of pressure from St. Cyr on the ball handler, Preston Legasic. Legasic, again, made his first entry moments ago. Oh, a block is going to get called. That'll be a block and a foul against Alex Cox. Cox felt as though he got all ball, but however, he did get a little bit of fingertip, a little bit of arm, and the result, Chowan will go to the line. That is a shooting foul, so Isaac Hippolyte at the line. 8:45 to go on the reset. Francis Marion by 9 with one more free throw to go from numero 2 in Isaac Hippolyte. Hippolyte with the lefty stroke gets them both to go. Chowan closes to within 8. A little bit of full court pressure by Chowan. Just enough to slow that possession by the Patriots. Oh, a driving 34. Nick Silva missed the point blank lay-in. Lots of quality side to side passing by Chowan. Chowan working from sideline to sideline to try to free up some space. This time the glasser by Vegard Alexanderson from Reykjanesbær, Iceland, getting in on the scoring. The freshman with his first bucket of the game. So Tian Rollins now is going to pick it up, slow things down. Chowan has cut the lead in half. Chowan down by only 6 as Tian Rollins tries to drive the lane. Tipped out on defense was R.J. Wilson, so possession will remain in the hands of Francis Marion. And we'll get our media timeout. It is 7:54 to go here in the first half. FMU with as great a lead as 12. Chowan has closed to within 6.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back to the University Center, and the stats are superbly clear as to why Francis Marion has the advantage. Francis Marion hitting at a 58.8% from the field, 38.9 for Chowan. So Chowan has got to work on their shot selections, trying to get that efficiency up if they're going to continue to close this gap. They have closed to within 6, the lead as great as 12 earlier on in this stanza. Tian Rollins is going to try to take it to the lane. He is defended by 3 Chowan defenders. He's going to get the steal. This time he's going to go to the rim and smartly just lay it in. I think he gave one thought about the dunk, but then realized that he had a defender coming quickly rather than take the easy lay-in. Good work by Rollins to go with the steal and finish. Chowan skip it down underneath to a three-point stroke from R.J. Wilson. Been super impressed with R.J. Wilson, the senior from Raleigh, North Carolina, getting in on the action. He can handle the ball. He has rebounded nicely. Now the three-point stroke to close the gap to within 5 for Chowan. Working from underneath is Yebga. Yebga can't quite get it to go. Bit of a mishandle and will get the possession back to Chowan. So Doug Alves back in the game for the Patriots. Legasic handles the point guard duties at the logo. Now working their way into the elbow is Chowan. And another errant pass stolen by Alves. Alves, the recipient of a pass that was really sent directly to him by Chowan. So good work by Alves to have his hands up and ready. That ball sent into him, eventually the steal. 14 to go on the shot clock. Alves content to work that clock, work it back out to Rollins. Rollins looking for the three if he can create his own stroke. 6 and 5 to go on the clock. 4 and 3. Rollins is going to throw it up. And not the best choice from Rollins. Now Rollins is looking over at his teammates, trying to persuade them to get open and available so that they could look for a better shot. But good defense by Chowan to work the entire shot clock and force the bad shot from Tion Rollins. So Chowan back to it. How about the pull-up J? No problem for Paul Whitby. Possession back to the Patriots. Rollins will again take it from his customary right arc location over to Yebga. Back to Cox on the cycle. Cox decides not to head to the paint. Rollins now with the open tray. In and out. That ball was halfway down underneath the rim, and yet it bounces out. So the FMU faithful really hoping for that one to go down. Instead, it's R.J. Wilson with the three attempt. Here comes the Patriots. They've got numbers. Alves decides to take it back out to Farid St. Cyr. St. Cyr with all three of these. He gives a look at R.J. Wilson. He's got a little bit of pump up in him. Farid St. Cyr gets the Patriots back on the board. They had been silent for a while. How about all three of those? Poor shot by Whitby results in rebound to the Patriots. How about Alex Cox? Cox is going to go ahead and pick it up. Alves to Rollins. Rollins will direct traffic and try to take that ball to the hole. Rollins decides to take it with a high arc stroke. Rollins is feeling it right now from about 16 feet. He knocks it down. So Rollins getting hot, and nothing better than Jake Zender's squad than somebody getting hot on the floor in Tion Rollins. Well, how about hot Preston Legasic with an answer of his own? He gets the tray. Chowan has closed to within 4. Alves is going to take a three of his own. That lefty stroke goes just off the mark. Rebound to Chowan. Running the floor is Legasic. Legasic will pull up and try to get into the half court. Instead, go to the post up of Hippolyte. Hippolyte is going to do business. He finds plenty of room. It's going to be an offensive rebound and eventually the toss in. Love that effort from Paul Whitby following the shot and eventually knocking it down in the paint. Alves over to Rollins. Scratch that. Alves over to St. Cyr. Now Alves. Rollins over at the left arc awaiting a pass. Patriots going small in this rotation with only Yebga as a true forward out on the floor. Underneath to Yebga. And they're going to say that the foul was on the floor. Oh, pardon me. They're going to count it. So how about the bucket for Yebga? And that'll be a foul against Paul Whitby. That'll prompt a timeout. This is the media timeout. We're inside of 4 minutes to go in the half. Patriots hanging on to a 2-point advantage.
Francis Marion University provided me opportunity in basketball and education. After graduation, I played professionally and started my own business. Today, I'm an assistant admissions director helping the next generation of Patriots. Because an education at Francis Marion opens doors to a world of opportunities.
Dude, fire. Grill master, huh?
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Thanks again for joining us on the FM Patriots Network. FMU hangs on to a 30-28 lead with 3:33 to go here in the first half. You can keep up with all Patriots sports action online at www.fmupatriots.com and through social media at FMU Sports. On social media posts, FMU fans are encouraged to use the hashtag SwampEm and GoPatsGo. Support the FMU athletics by joining the Swamp Fox Club. For more information, visit our website at www.fmupatriots.com, where you can give a call to 843-661-1240. So inbound for the Patriots. Tion Rollins is going to toss it into Yebga. No problem getting it in. Back to Rollins between the circles. Rollins now will pick up his dribble over to Alves. Patriots working the perimeter just long enough to try to free up some space underneath. Yebga looked like he traveled. Good handles by Alves. Then the toss up by St. Cyr. All three of these as the shot clock hit 0. Farrad St. Cyr recognizes, gets it up. A good look. Count the tray for Farrad St. Cyr. Answer that three from Dalen Askew. Askew misses. Rebound to Chowan. Askew in the paint, decides to kick it back out. Patriots are going to rebound. Farrad St. Cyr starting to get hot as well. So St. Cyr over to Alves. Patriots continue to go small. This seems to be the plan for the Patriots here in the later portions of the half. Stepping out of bounds was Alves. So, and scratch that, it'll be a foul on the floor. Alex Cox making a little bit too much contact, trying to create that screen action, and the result, possession to Chowan. Chowan is going to go ahead and drive it up. Picked by Shek Traore out on the floor. No Chowan players should be getting too tired. They have gone with a 10-player rotation pretty regularly throughout this first half. How about the three attempt that goes awry? A battle on the rebound. Eventually that ball out of bounds, tipped out by, looks like Tion Rollins. So it'll be possession to Chowan, inbounding Dalen Askew, sophomore from Ahoskie, North Carolina, to bring in the ball. Tip away is Doug Alves. So I like that effort from Alves on defense. He does knock the ball out of bounds, but he does prevent Chowan from getting offense going. 17 seconds on the shot clock, 2 and 5 seconds to go in the first half. Out at the circle is Chase Barnett. He tries to work his way in. He'll get it to Askew. Askew cannot handle it as he takes it to the rim. Possession back to the Patriots. Tion Rollins works his way over to Alves. Alves decides against a shot. I like his decision-making just to hang on till they can get a better look. Francis Marion has shown that they can get some good looks as long as they are patient out on the floor. So Tion Rollins patiently over to Yebga. That ball tipped as Silva now has the ball. Silva will throw up a three-pointer with 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Alves to Rollins. Reset the shot clock to 20. This time Farrad St. Cyr trying to get hot as St. Cyr, but off the front rim. Possession back to Chowan. Chowan now is going to get the mid-range stroke. No go is the stroke from Estime. Estime, after a three-pointer, has been cold most of this game. Crumbling at the floor is Nick Silva. Looks like Silva's okay, but he did go down very awkwardly. And guys fighting for that ball on that jump ball. And it's going to be a foul against Shek Traore. Neither player was really willing to settle down and yield even after the whistle was blown. That was more of a confidence play amongst both Silva and number 24, Shek Traore. Neither wanted to be shown that they were the loser in that held ball. So it'll be Chowan with the possession arrow. Back to Chowan as entering the game will be R.J. Wilson. Wilson with a hot hand earlier in this game. Now, not only does he knock down a tray, he is a rebounding specialist. He has 4 to his credit. Great defense and offense. He can handle the ball, too. Been really impressed with R.J. Wilson so far today. Out at the top of the circle, Chase Barnett picks up his dribble. Underneath the Wilson. Wilson has his way with Nick Silva on defense. So I like that work by R.J. Wilson to work his way into the paint, and then he muscles his way to the rim for a bucket. Chowan Rollins is content to work the clock. Difference between the shot clock and the game clock, only about 4 seconds, so Rollins will go ahead and work this down to about 6 or 7 before getting his action going. 7, 6, and 5 on the shot clock. 4, 3, Rollins trapped underneath. Good defense by Chowan. Fantastic defense by Chowan. It will be a shot clock violation. So with 4.4 to go, we will get the customary timeout by Chowan. Chowan will try to get an inbound and try to get an available shot to go. So FMU with a 33-30 advantage. And great pressure by Chowan to work the shot clock to 0. Therefore, possession arrow back to Chowan. So Chowan with 4.4 seconds to go. Hey fans, be sure to sign up your kids for the Patriot Kids Club. For more information on how your child can become a member, call 843-661-1240 or go online to www.fmupatriots.com. So on the reset, Chowan's going to have to take it the length of the floor. Inbounding will be R.J. Wilson from the baseline. He cannot run that baseline because it was not off of a bucket. So 4.4 seconds to go. Chowan's going to try the shot. Over to the corner, trying for one. They do get it off. Dylan Askew was defended nicely. Got the three-pointer off, but to no avail. FMU is going to come away with a 33-30 advantage here as we conclude the half. We'll come back with about 4 minutes to go in halftime to get you the reset. But hey, thanks for joining us on the FMU Patriots Network as FMU leads 33-30 at the half.
Dude, fire. Grill master, huh?
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Conference Carolinas is where tradition is unmatched and excellence is earned daily in the classroom, during practice, and in high-level competition.
Tigerville has become Titletown.
Our virtues set us apart. We daily work to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. This is Conference Carolinas.
If you had to pause your favorite show because your spouse fell asleep, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Year after year, with unwavering dedication, McLeod Health has stood shoulder to shoulder with families, friends, and neighbors, bringing healthcare expertise and compassion to all the communities we serve. As the region's most trusted healthcare resource, our physicians are here for you. Our nurses are here for you. The entire McLeod family is here for you. McLeod Health, here for life.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
Francis Marion University provided me opportunity in basketball and education. After graduation, I played professionally and started my own business. Today, I'm an assistant admissions director helping the next generation of Patriots. Because an education at Francis Marion opens doors to a world of opportunities.
Honey, it's your turn.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Where can you find Francis Marion University? Are we at our ever-expanding main campus? Or at the new freshwater ecology center? In our theaters, galleries, and classrooms in downtown Florence? Or with the growing list of partners throughout the state? We're all of those places. And we're with every one of our 26,000 graduates. Francis Marion University. We're everywhere.
This one is for every parent who needs a vacation after getting back from a family vacation. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Dude. Fire. Grill master, huh?
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Conference Carolinas is where tradition is unmatched and excellence is earned daily in the classroom, during practice, and in high-level competition.
Tigerville has become Titletown.
Our virtues set us apart. We daily work to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. This is Conference Carolinas.
If you had to pause your favorite show because your spouse fell asleep, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Year after year, with unwavering dedication, McLeod Health has stood shoulder to shoulder with families, friends, and neighbors, bringing healthcare expertise and compassion to all the communities we serve. As the region's most trusted healthcare resource, our physicians are here for you. Our nurses are here for you. The entire McLeod family is here for you. McLeod Health, here for life.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
Francis Marion University provided me opportunity in basketball and education. After graduation, I played professionally and started my own business. Today, I'm an assistant admissions director helping the next generation of Patriots. Because an education at Francis Marion opens doors to a world of opportunities.
Honey, it's your turn.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Where can you find Francis Marion University? Are we at our ever-expanding main campus? Or at the new freshwater ecology center? In our theaters, galleries, and classrooms in downtown Florence? Or with the growing list of partners throughout the state? We're all of those places. And we're with every one of our 26,000 graduates. Francis Marion University. We're everywhere.
This one is for every parent who needs a vacation after getting back from a family vacation. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Dude. Fire. Grill master, huh?
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Conference Carolinas is where tradition is unmatched and excellence is earned daily in the classroom, during practice, and in high-level competition.
Tigerville has become Titletown.
Our virtues set us apart. We daily work to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. This is Conference Carolinas.
If you had to pause your favorite show because your spouse fell asleep, You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Year after year, with unwavering dedication, McLeod Health has stood shoulder to shoulder with families, friends, and neighbors, bringing healthcare expertise and compassion to all the communities we serve. As the region's most trusted healthcare resource, our physicians are here for you. Our nurses are here for you. The entire McLeod family is here for you. McLeod Health, here for life.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
Francis Marion University provided me opportunity in basketball and education. After graduation, I played professionally and started my own business. Today, I'm an assistant admissions director helping the next generation of Patriots. Because an education at Francis Marion opens doors to a world of opportunities.
Honey, it's your turn.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Where can you find Francis Marion University? Are we at our ever-expanding main campus? Or at the new Freshwater Ecology Center? In our theaters, galleries, and classrooms in downtown Florence? Or with the
Welcome back to the Smith University Center as we're getting set for the second half of play. It has been a game of swings. Chowan opened up to a commanding 7-2 lead to start this game, and they were looking solid. After that, the Patriots opened up a 12-point advantage with 10 minutes to go in that first half. Chowan then since has closed it to within 3. For the Patriots, the difference has been on the offensive side. 9 points for St. Cyr, a couple of fast breaks, a couple of actually a 3-point bucket. All of those key points, 7 each for both Beamer and Rollins. Rollins with the hot hand from 3. He knocked down one with time expiring on the shot clock to get 1 to go. So for Chowan leading the way, no player has greater than 6 points. Paul Whitby leads the way with those 6 points, but Traore, Wilson, Estime, Barnett, Legasic, Davies, Alexanderson, Hippolyte, all in on the scoring. So definitely a spread of offense on the side of Chowan. And as for FMU, it is Ferret St. Cyr who will take it in with a hot shot and a couple of fast break points, him needling his way around the blockers for his successful points. So with that, we are ready to get started. Inbounding is St. Cyr, getting a little bit of pressure into Rollins, and we're off. Working the perimeter as they had in the first half is the Patriots. Over to Beamer. Beamer over to Ferret St. Cyr, so the Patriots going small. Open 3-point shot from John Rollins. Rollins with a pump of the fist. All 3 of these for Rollins to get things started in the second half. Chowan going to whip it around the perimeter themselves. Really awaiting an opportunity in the paint. Rollins wants the travel call, but to no avail. And then eventually, Beamer sets the pick, gets himself set, and with a flex, he gets taken down. That'll be a foul against Dalen Askew. Askew didn't recognize that Bryce Beamer was there with his feet set while trying to drive in the lane. So Beamer draws the offensive foul against Chowan. Moving the ball around to Silva. Silva will take a 3-point stroke. All 3 of these for Nick Silva. How about 3's aplenty to get this half started? First, the tray from Rollins, then from Silva. So 2 trays. 6-0 run to start it out for the Patriots here in the second half. Driving the lane, Like that work from Estime. Estime had been cold from the field, so instead he drives the lane. That'll be a mid-range J from St. Cyr. No go on that one. Rebound to Chowan. Chowan trying to work their way in under the rim is Chase Barnett. He cannot do so. Well defended by the Patriots. Patriots trapping. Finally underneath, and very, very frustrated is Bryce Beamer. He is not satisfied with his defensive work. He nearly got the ball. He is bummed out that he knocked the ball out. Like that intensity, but he does have to watch it. A technical foul is just around the corner if he was ever to direct that energy toward a Chowan player. But instead, possession to Chowan, whipping around the perimeter, looking for an open shot. No go is Estime. Estime has been cold all day. Underneath to Beamer. Beamer gets the job done. Underneath the rim. Excellent work by Beamer. That's going to prompt the timeout from Chowan. FMU opens up a lead out of the half. They were up by only 3. They lead. It'll be timeout Chowan, 41-32. We're going to take a break. When we come back, FMU with the 9-point advantage.
If you had to pause your favorite show because your spouse fell asleep, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Where can you find Francis Marion University? Are we at our ever-expanding main campus? Or at the new Freshwater Ecology Center? In our theaters, galleries, and classrooms in downtown Florence? Or with the growing list of partners throughout the state? We're all of those places. And we're with every one of our 26,000 graduates. Francis Marion University. We're everywhere.
Welcome back to the Smith University Center. FMU started out with 2 trays to heat things up in this second half. It has been all Patriots. Patriots are very charged up on the defensive end, and part of that charge has been the defense of Bryce Beamer. Beamer having a good dialogue with the official out here on the floor. I think the official just simply talking with him and saying, hey, I love that energy. Just make sure that you keep it focused on your team. And I think Bryce Beamer is up for that charge. Well, there's an answer from Chowan. It is a tray from Preston Legasic. The Aussie getting the tally for Chowan. Good answer there on the three-pointer out of the timeout. Good call, play call by Rob Burke. Worked that ball around to a three-point shooter for an open shot. He got it nicely. How about underneath for a nice pass? How about Pierce over to Beamer? Beamer getting the job done underneath, and we're starting to see just what Beamer does. Beamer handles himself very nicely underneath the rim. I can't say enough about Bryce Beamer's effort, not only on the offensive end, but also defensively. Inbounding is Beamer after the bucket from Chowan. It'll be Nick Silva handling the ball out between the circle and the arc, down on the sideline. Rollins to Beamer. Beamer to St. Cyr. Underneath, trying to find the free space for Pierce. Pierce up and over, but too much pressure from Chowan. How about another one from Pierce? Rollins with the lay-in. Smart move by Rollins. He goes comfortably with the lay-in. Francis Marion now down on defense. Great defense by the Patriots to get the steal, and then the run-up. Walking it in is Rollins for the bucket. Another three attempt from Preston Legasic. Chowan trying to get him hot. Legasic can make it. How about the miss from Pierce? Pierce with just a little bit too much pressure underneath the rim. And more emotion from Bryce Beamer. Beamer unhappy about the finish. He's looking to try to get the job done and trying to will his squad to that high level of effort. I do like that work from Bryce Beamer, trying to get his squad charged up. Chowan rotating no less than 10 men into the rotation. They are relatively fresh. High up is Paul Whitby. Whitby elevates at 6'2" to get that job done. How about the putback? Love that putback on the other end by Jonah Pierce. Legasic nearly gives it up. Instead, that ball hit out of bounds. And we're going to get a timeout, so this game just continues to be charged on the defensive end and on the offensive end. FMU opens up an 8-point lead, 15:57 to go. We'll take a break here at the University Center.
I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the do.
Conference Carolinas is where tradition is unmatched and excellence is earned daily. Our 13 current member institutions work hard daily to build champions in body, mind, and soul. It's who we are. Please visit conferencecarolinas.com to learn more about Conference Carolinas. And we've learned a lot about the Francis Marion University defense today, an exceptionally charged up squad, really putting the clamps on Chowan for the better part of this game. Chowan forced to take some shots that they really don't want to. This one a forced shot, and that's a perfect example now. Good rebound on the follow by Vagar Alexanderson. Oh, fantastic rebound. Love that work by Hippolyte. Hippolyte can't get the putback. Hippolyte will go again. That ball stops eventually. The rebound by Bryce Beamer. So Chowan with good effort, but they can't quite execute. Two defensive rebounds, or offensive rebounds. However, they cannot convert those into points. Alves into the game for the Patriots, handles the ball up at the top, give it up to Beamer. Patriots scrambling to look for a screen opportunity. Instead, Tion Rollins had the line, but he didn't have the distance. Result is rebound to Chowan. Oh, and there's the steal by Rollins. Rollins is going to take it all the way to the rim, and the and one. So pressure from Paul Whitby, trying to get the stop, but count the basket and the and one opportunity. So Rollins and the defensive-minded Francis Marion University Patriots just continue to be pesky against the Chowan offense. This time the run-up from Tion Rollins results in the bucket and the opportunity. Jonah Pierce into the game for the Patriots. Also, Johan Steve Yebga. So they will go a little bit bigger with two forward/centers on the floor for FMU. FMU has gone with a 4-guard set for a good portion of this match to match up against Chowan's defense. Chase Barnett rims out on the tray attempt. Patriots with another rebound. Toss it to Pierce. That ball knocked out of bounds by Hippolyte. Hippolyte just got the touch on that one. That ball out of bounds, so possession of the Patriots, 23 seconds to go. Plenty of time on the shot clock if they can get the ball in bounds. Good defense by Chowan to get it. So toss it out to the lengthy Pierce. Pierce with a lazy pass, nearly got stolen, but Tion Rollins collects it. Shake and bake for Rollins. Rollins out to Cox. Cox's shot looked good for 3, but to no avail. Off the rim. Chowan now on the run. Vagar Alexander over to number 32, Paul Whitley. And Cox is going to go Euro step. That ball knocked out of bounds by Skylar Davies. So both teams back and forth missing fast break opportunities. I like that each respective defensive squad is getting back and chasing the defense, chasing on defense to ensure that it's not a easy break. The result, both sides denied their face break opportunities in consecutive attempts. So it's going to be foul on the Patriots. Johann Steve Yebga trying to get the clear out, trying to create some space, but a little bit too much shoulder action from Yebga results in the foul. So substitution on the Patriots. It'll be Farid St. Cyr in for Tion Rollins. Possession to Chowan. So Chase Barnett is going to bring it up. He is at the logo. Patriots are going to front in their man defense. They've been in a man all of this game. Chowan satisfied with a lot of three-point and distance shots. This time the pass received by Paul Whitby with one toe out of bounds. FMU with an 11-point advantage, 13:37 to go. FMU with a 50-39 lead. Beamer back in the game after a spell of rest. Also in the game, Farid St. Cyr back on the floor in action. Beamer looking for some help after picking up his dribble in the full court. They do eventually break it to the half court. Beamer's going to throw one up for three. In and out is the stroke. Good shot by him. However, that ball rims out and out of bounds.
Substitution for number 4, Jay Singer.
So FMU will get the ball back. So an unforced error on Chowan dribbling the ball out of bounds. So Patriots with 20 seconds to go on that shot clock on the inbound on the half. Work it in underneath to Pierce. Pierce with the travel. Okay, it's going to be called a step out of bounds by Pierce. So Pierce trying to find some space on the baseline. However, he was wedged in defensively. Nowhere to go. He steps out of bounds. Possession back to Chowan. Working in and inside and out, high and low. Alves and numbers for the Patriots. It'll be Beamer with the finish. So Jonah Pierce knew he had numbers, but had to look around to find Beamer on his left. Beamer couldn't handle it. So a ball passed to the broadcaster, and I am not the sixth man for Chowan. So that will be possession back to the Patriots. Patriots very excited about the frenetic struggle of Chowan to stay in control. FMU with its greatest lead of the game. They're up by 13 here with 12:46 to go. Farid St. Cyr with the ball. Over to Beamer. Beamer, a very energetic, composed player. Alves thought he had a man, but instead into the lane and into a Chowan defender. So Chowan with the steal in the passing lane. Rebound to Beamer. Beamer with a strong rebound. He puts it on the floor once, then picks it up. Content to hand it off to Alves to bring the ball up the court. Really like the mental fortitude of the Patriots. This time the three-pointer from Beamer. Beamer with a little shake after the stroke. Beamer very pumped up after that tray. Like that shot from him. He's just got to be careful he doesn't poke the bear. Nothing like making Chowan mad and maybe making them play a little bit harder. How about driving the baseline is Farid St. Cyr. St. Cyr making it happen. St. Cyr motions to Cox saying, hey, go get the ball as I get back. I like this communication by the entire Patriot squad, playing some excellent defense on the day against a Chowan squad that cannot get on track. It's going to be a blocking foul on the floor. And I like the sportsmanship by Beamer and the like. So Beamer's starting to get hot. He has 16 on the day. Tion Rollins with 15. It's a foul on Pierce. So when we come back, we'll see free throws on the Chowan side. 11:31 to go. We've got a timeout on the floor. FMU with a 57-39 advantage.
Francis Marion University provided me opportunity in basketball and education. After graduation, I played professionally and started my own business. Today, I'm an assistant admissions director helping the next generation of Patriots. Because an education at Francis Marion opens doors to a world of opportunities.
Dude. Fire. Grill master, huh?
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Francis Marion University has stormed out to its greatest lead of this matchup. They lead by 18 with 11:31 to go, closing in on the victory in the opener of Conference Carolina's play. And interim head coach Jake Zender got his first career victory against Voorhees on Saturday night. He is vying for Francis Marion and he to get their first Conference Carolinas victory in only one try here in the early parts of the 22-23 season. So taking the offensive foul, Nick Silva stands in there boldly, gets knocked down. His feet were firmly planted. Therefore, the foul against Jay Estime. Estime was looking like he was going to get hot earlier on in this game, but then he has been ice cold from the field. Good rebound by R.J. Wilson. Haven't seen much of R.J. Wilson in a while. He's a little bummed out he couldn't get the and one opportunity. He's going to get 2 free throws, but really would have liked the finish there. He did have the advantage on the glass, but the rim out is going to result in he taking 2 strokes from the charity stripe.
Substitution for the Hawks, number 5, Chase Barnett.
Chase Barnett coming onto the floor for Chowan. And for the Patriots, after a little bit of a break, it's Bryce Beamer back out on the floor, senior from Odessa, Florida, transferring in from Binghamton University.
Substitution for the Hawks, number 2, Baker Alexanderson.
So R.J. Wilson will knock down his free throws, just what the doctor ordered for Chowan, trying to bite into a very big lead for the Patriots. Patriots now with a 17-point advantage. Alves handling the ball at the logo. Alves to St. Cyr. St. Cyr very patient, awaiting the screen help from Beamer. Instead goes away from it. Darius Jones out on the floor. It's a foul on Vigor Alexanderson with the foul. That's a foul on the floor, so possession to the Patriots. It'll be the inbound. Alves trying to work his way in. St. Cyr with the backdoor bucket. Counted for 2. Chasing down the baseline. Ferret St. Cyr with a finish. Love that inbound play. Alves found him for the easy bucket. Ferret St. Cyr now in double digits on the scoreboard for his Patriot squad. Oh, excellent rebound from R.J. Wilson, but Wilson falls down. Love that rebound by him, but he went down in a heap. Wilson, a fantastic player, but he is in some pain out there on the floor. He's going to stay out on the floor. I like that will from R.J. Wilson. So Chowan will inbound. Defense is Ferret St. Cyr on Dalen Askew. Askew wasn't expecting Ferret St. Cyr in his grill just as quickly as he did. Great defense by Ferret St. Cyr to defend the inbound possession. Eventually, Alexanderson in the paint to get the job done. We're going to see some pressure from Chowan. Chowan doesn't have a whole lot of time to waste. Down by 17, they need a pressure to try to get back into this game. That's going to be a travel. Oh, scratch that. I would have expected a travel call on number 2, Alexanderson. Instead, it is going to be a foul. That's a foul against Darius Jones. Like that defense from Darius Jones, but just a little bit too much contact. Possession to Chowan. Chowan with 4 fouls against, so they're in decent shape on the foul category just as yet. 5 fouls against the Patriots. R.J. Wilson slips it in from underneath. 9:38 to go as Chowan begins to press the full court. Alex Cox across to Rollins. Rollins with a little shake and bake, content to slow things down in the half court. I like that decision as the Patriots reset out on the floor. Man-to-man defense from Chowan. Alves picks up his dribble over to Silva. Silva drives the paint, and not the best choice on the shot. Well defended by Chowan, and then the foul. It's going to be a foul on Alves on the run down the floor. So Alves putting big-time defense on, but now that's the 6th foul for FMU. Another foul. It's going to put Chowan in the 1-on-1 situation for the balance of this game. Alves now with possession. Alves with the no-look to Beamer. Beamer slipping underneath to Silva, and again, more smart work by the Patriots. Beamer could have forced the business, but instead, Beamer to Silva. Silva with the lay-in. The Patriots are finding ways to get space underneath the rim. So a foul to Tion Rollins. So Chowan getting just about all they can get out of these return possessions. They are drawing fouls from the Patriots, causing problems for the Patriots. That puts Chowan at the line. Chowan now with a 1-on-1 opportunity. So they're going to get shots for the rest of this game on any foul. So there's a critical opportunity here for Chowan to try to close the gap a little bit here. It's incumbent on Francis Marion to avoid the foul here to allow that clock to continue to elapse. FMU needs to continue to put pressure on Chowan, definitely within range to still close the gap and get back into this. Francis Marion breaks the press, but a travel on Alves. So recent pressure from Chowan and a couple of free throw opportunities has resulted in momentum back on the side of Chowan. Now it is a 15-point advantage for FMU, but I would certainly say momentum is definitely tilting on the side of Chowan here as we draw into the later part of the second half. More pressure. That ball knocked out by Alex Cox. Cox wanted to take possession of it, and he would love to have that opportunity back. Good work by him, but he could not corral the ball. So inbound by Chowan. 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. Chase Barnett will take it at the circle. Barnett with a little shake and bake. Underneath to Hippolyte. It'll be a three-pointer from Alex Anderson. Alex Anderson misses. Rebound to Chowan. Chowan's going to reset here. Good work by Chowan to get the rebound on the tray from Alex Anderson. Another rebound by Chowan. It's Skylar Davies collecting the ball. Coming into the game is going to be Yebga. So Yebga will give Silva a break out on the floor. Again, Chowan in the bonus. 7 fouls against FMU. Only 4 fouls against Chowan, so no bonus anytime soon for the Patriots. Closing in on 8 minutes to go, and the shot clock expires. So turn that ball over back to the Patriots. So possession arrow remains with FMU. Beamer with the inbound this time. Alves again will try to bring that ball back in. Kicked ball, Skylar Davies. So give that ball back to the Patriots. So we'll get the media timeout with 8 minutes to go. FMU holding on strong with a 15-point lead.
Year after year, with unwavering dedication, McLeod Health has stood shoulder to shoulder with families, friends, and neighbors, bringing healthcare expertise and compassion to all the communities we serve. As the region's most trusted healthcare resource, our physicians are here for you. Our nurses are here for you. The entire McLeod family is here for you. McLeod Health, here for life.
If you had to pause your favorite show because your spouse fell asleep, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Thanks for joining us on the FM Patriot Network. We are at the 8-minute mark of the second half. Francis Marion has opened up an 15-point advantage. Their best lead was a 19-point advantage, so the Patriots looking good. There was a stretch there for a moment. Several fouls against FMU has put Chowan in the single bonus. 7 fouls against FMU, so 1-and-1s for Chowan, the balance of the way on any foul against FMU. Looking to go into the double bonus with 3 more. So Beamer is going to shake and bake. Handle the ball back to Alves. Alves over to Yebka. Patriots are nursing the shot clock down to 13, 12, 11 on the clock. Rollins over to Beamer. Beamer is going to take it himself. Gets the handle, loses the handle. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Alves underneath with the finish. So using the entire clock, Alves driving the lane becomes available. Love that pass in the finish by Alves. So Chowan will have to recover on their possession. Patriots have put fantastic defensive pressure on the Chowan Hawks all of this game. The Hawks hitting at a 33% clip. Tion Rollins misses, but then the tip out, and the Patriots are satisfied to take it back into their half-court offense. Alves back to Beamer. Chowan now starting to press just a little bit, not only offensively, but also defensively as well. Just a little bit out of sorts. They seem to be just a fraction outmatched by the Patriots. And how about the glass? And all 3 of these from Tion Rollins. Hey, if you look closely, you could see Tion Rollins whisper glass. So he called that glass, knocks it down with 1 second to go on the shot clock. How about the tray from Rollins? Yikes, when it rains, it pours for Francis Marion. How about that look? Chowan thought they had the possession figured out. Rollins tosses it off the glass for the 3. It is a 20-point advantage for the Patriots. So Alves now getting big pressure, flips it over to Beamer. Beamer's ball gets touched up a little bit, but now Alves getting trapped. Lots of trap action from Chowan here in the latter part of the half. Chowan now in that zone defense that they've been working on for most of the second half. Driving the hole was Alex Cox. Alex Cox elevates big time, trying for the jam. He didn't get it, and there was a bit of a scare out on the floor. Alex Cox had a similar scenario that happened in a practice last year, and the result was him going to the floor and being knocked out of several games. So a collective gasp from FMU. No problem there from my vantage point. I don't think that he ever did clunk his head. If he got his head on anything, it would have been the backboard. So Alex Cox with 2 free throw opportunities misses the front end. So Legasic comes into the game for Chowan, also 32 Paul Whitby. They are sharpshooters. The objective from Chowan is to get a couple of 3-pointers up and try to close this gap in a hurry. Alex Cox trying to open up the lead to 21. He does so. So the lead is blackjack for Francis Marion, looking good with 5:59 to go. Chowan on the possession. Chowan working its way down the baseline. It cannot do So fast break. Alvis smartly recognizes that Chowan has numbers. So Alvis is going to step back and go for the three-point stroke. Really wish he would have taken a little bit more time off that clock, but he did have a look there. So why not take that shot? The hot hand of the Patriots working very, very nicely so far in this second half. Three-pointer uncontested. The 4 from Jay. Number 4 with a 3. It's Estime. Estime knocked a tray down early on in the first half. He's been cold since. Then count the three-pointer. So we're going to get a timeout on the floor. It's going to be Francis Marion with a timeout. They're just going to collect themselves, make sure that they've got a smart game plan here going. With 5:11 to go, it's the Patriots with an 18-point advantage. When we come back, 5:11 to go. Fans, be sure to sign up your kids for the Patriots Kids Club. For more information on how your child can become a member, call 843-661-1240 or go online to www.fmupatriots.com. FMU students, hey, you're encouraged to join the Riot Club, the student fan group for Patriot athletics. Applications are available on the athletic website at fmupatriots.com. Join today. Patriots with an 18-point advantage. Timeout by FMU, just trying to get themselves collected with the inbounds for Alex Cox forthcoming. Farrad St. Cyr handles the ball on the sideline. Good handles by him. Yebga unexpectedly takes it down the baseline for the finish. How about that work from Yebga? He had not shown that look today, so I like him showing that late that he can go ahead and drive the ball. 2 dribbles on the floor. Count it, the lay-in, and a 20-point advantage for the Patriots. Reach-in foul for the Patriots and a groan on the FMU side. They would have preferred for that one to be let go, but St. Cyr with a forearm contact, and the result is free throws for Chowan's Paul Whitby.
At the line of the Hawks, number 32, Paul Whitby, for 1-1.
So 4:48 to go. Anytime Chowan can stop the clock, they are satisfied. And a miss on the front end. Rebound to Beamer. And Chowan is calling fire for the defense, so that is code for sticking with that zone. A little bit of, actually scratch that, they are in a man. Creates a little bit of open space. All 3 of these for Alex Cox. Alex Cox is pumped up. He receives the hand slap from Beamer. Beamer is pumping up his teammates, and I just love the energy from Beamer and crew. He really does the job, juicing up FMU, both on the offensive and defensive ends.
Substitutions for the Hawks. Number 2, Vega Alexanderson. In for the Patriots, number 15, Jonah Pierce.
The Patriots coming into the game, it is Jonah Pierce. So another three-pointer from the corner goes awry for Jay Estime. And it's a foul on the Hawks, and the Hawks really have to foul to stop the clock. Now a 23-point advantage for FMU, the greatest advantage of the day. Patriots are looking good here with 4-0-1 to go in this contest. Patriots vying to go 1-0 to start Conference Carolinas play. Farrad St. Cyr underneath to Beamer. And another bucket for Beamer. Beamer and company getting the job done. Great passing, great sharing to get the open bucket whenever necessary for the Patriots. Chowan struggling to get things going. It will be a foul on the floor. Beamer not happy about that call. That'll be a foul against Bryce Beamer. And we'll have a media timeout. 3:41 to go. The Patriots have opened up a 25-point advantage as we head into the home stretch. FMU comfortably in the lead, looking for their first Conference Carolinas victory of the 2022-23 season. When we come back, we'll see the finale, the finish between the Patriots and the Hawks.
I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
So the Patriots have opened things up with as monstrous an advantage as they have seen all season, a 25-point advantage, still with time to go against Chowan. It's been a shared affair on the side of the Patriots. Assists aplenty. Anybody that has gotten playing time for FMU has at least one assist on the day. And Shek Traore will go to the free throw line. Haven't seen a lot of Traore this game, but he now back into the contest. A little bit more on FMU, so not only has everyone gotten in on the assist action, leading the way is Tion Rollins with 5 assists. He also leads with 18 points. Right next to him is Bryce Beamer. Bryce Beamer, not only an offensive catalyst, but a defensive juggernaut, causing massive problems for the Chowan offense all game. Beamer getting a rest after the foul here with 3:25 to go, as Tion Rollins is satisfied to milk the clock. Shot clock down to 8 and 7. Make it 6. Rollins will take it high glass. That ball off the glass. Pierce can't get the rebound. It'll be a steal from Rollins, but that ball goes out of bounds. So I like that effort. Regardless of the score, FMU is not paying attention to the score. They are playing full out, which is what you need to do in Conference Carolinas play. You got to put 40 minutes together if you're going to be successful in this league. Big defense underneath Pierce and Silva, the two big men, trying to defend Chowan's Traore. Eventually, the foul against number 34, Nick Silva. That's Silva's first foul, but now Chowan in the double bonus. It'll be Traore taking 2 shots. That was a shooting foul, though. He'd have had 2 shots regardless. Traore make on the first. I think for Chowan right now, I believe that this game, I would go ahead and call it out of reach for Chowan. What they really need to be doing is working on momentum for future games and trying to get things squared away. With a 21-point deficit with 3 minutes to go, things are not looking good for the blue and white. Instead, it's the red, white, and blue having their way here in the home gym at the University Center, vying to go 1-0 in Conference Carolinas play. Patriots satisfied with taking all of the shot clock down to 10. Silva drives, kick it out to Faird St. Cyr. In and out is St. Cyr. Rebound to Silva. Reset that clock. 2:30 to go here. It is Tion Rollins up at the logo. He'll get some defense from Vager Alexanderson. Rollins then out to St. Cyr, over to Silva. Silva with a juggle. Eventually Silva in the lane. Can't quite get it done. Rebound to the Patriots. Tion Rollins will take it back out. 13 seconds to go on the shot clock. And now with 2 minutes to go, the Patriots in good shape here. 21-point lead. The FMU faithful cheering and clapping. Rollins was trying for the in-between-the-legs pass in between a Chowan player. And instead it's going to be a foul against Jonah Pierce. Scratch that, it'll be St. Cyr, and on the floor, a foul. He was put in on the action along with Jonah Pierce, but the foul called against St. Cyr. That'll be Legasic out at the line with the clock stopped, a minute and 30. Scratch that, a minute and 50 to go in the game. So Alves back out on the floor for the Patriots. Silva with the inbound. No problem. It'll be pressure on the Chowan side. Silva will handle the ball. I like this move. Silva last year did not handle the ball a lot like he is bringing it up now. And, of course, a big breath from FMU. They don't want to see an injury in a game that is generally considered out of reach. So Silva will go to the line, and FMU in the 1-and-1 single bonus. So it is a 1-and-1 opportunity for Silva. Coming into the game for the Patriots, Asante Turner is going to get an opportunity to play. He takes the place of Tion Rollins. And the miss means a rebound for Chowan. All four Chowan, 4 out of 5 Chowan men back to rebound. None for the Patriots. Instead, it is great glass. Good work by Jonah Pierce. However, that ball eventually corralled. And then the block by Pierce. And the foul is going to be against Pierce. I think the fans really feel like that was all ball. However, Pierce did get just a little fraction of the hand of the shooter. So another stop in action with 1:31 to go. Dalen Askew at the free throw line. So 0-0 out on the floor. Dalen Askew for Chowan, and of course the number 0 is Doug Alves for the Patriots out on the floor as well. Checking back in, Bryce Beamer. Beamer will take the place of Silva out on the floor. Silva worked his way up the floor to try to get the ball in possession, and he did slip and fall, so maybe he fell a little bit gingerly. It'll be Beamer in place of Silva. Beamer collects the ball in the half court, still trying to cross the timeline. They do successfully as Alves. Alves nearly trapped, slip it underneath to Beamer. Beamer works his way on the glass, and Beamer says, I know, I've got to get the job done. I just love that intensity from Beamer. Beamer will go to the line with a minute 19 to go. So that's the 8th foul on Chowan. So this one will be a 2-shot opportunity for Bryce Beamer.
At the line of the Patriots, number 3, Bryce Beamer.
And only one Patriot on the glass to help on the rebound opportunity. It'll be Johan Steve Yebga with 4 Chowan players on the paint, prepping for the rebound on the second shot. Count the make for Beamer. 3 men back for the Patriots on defense. It is Alves along with Cox and number 13, Asante Turner, seeing his first action of the game, getting in moments ago. Chowan looking for any free opportunity they can, but Patriots continue to pressure the ball. I like this effort by FMU, not letting down, even though they had a big lead earlier, a 25-point lead. That lead has moved down to 19, and now it's a timeout for Chowan. Chowan is trying its very best to try to rally the troops, to try to continue to play ball the right way, not to be sloppy. You don't need a sloppy play that results in an injury or otherwise.
I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
So the Patriots looking fantastic in this scenario with only 1 minute and 1 second to go to earn their first victory in as many attempts in Conference Carolina's play. And for Chowan, they called the timeout. They're trying to make sure that they're playing clean and doing the right things. I actually appreciate that timeout from Coach Rob Burke in his second season for Chowan. However, they will have to look elsewhere for their first victory of the season. They are 0-2 right now and looking to go 0-3. FMU handling business nicely here inside of 1 minute to go and a 19-point advantage. So Asante Turner handles the ball over to Beamer. Beamer to Alves. Alves satisfied with working that shot clock. 8 seconds to go. 6 and 5. 4 and 3. It'll be a shot from Johan Yebga. Yebga was fouled on the three-pointer, but I think the officials are definitely focused on getting the job done. How about that steal from Asante Turner? And with the ball scrambling, Chowan couldn't quite control it. Asante Turner getting into the stat book. And then the lay-in from Beamer. How about the tray from Dalen Askew? And now the Patriots are going to go ahead and let the air out of the ball. Chowan looking to make a sneaky steal, but Alves knows better. He's going to milk the clock. And with 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and that is the ball game. How about the Patriots with an 18-point victory? How about that? FMU moves to 1-0 in conference play, and they move to 2-1 on the season. They will go on the road just after Thanksgiving. They will head to Florida for matches at Lynn and at number 3 Nova Southeastern. Now for Chowan University, Chowan falls to 0-3. FMU really handled their business at home in this opener. Got to give tons of credit to FMU's Bryce Beamer. Beamer, the leading scorer for both squads. He tallied 22 points in the victory. Not only a catalyst energy-wise on offense, but his defense was unmatched. Chip in 18 points for Tion Rollins. Also give it up for Farid St. Cyr. 9 points, scratch that, 13 points in the victory. Love the effort by Francis Marion. Tion Rollins also with 13 assists, Tion Rollins with 5 assists. Every single player that got on the floor for the Patriots, 11 players in all, scratch that, 12, each had an assist. So definitely working together was the Francis Marion squad. Francis Marion hit at a 53% clip from the floor, limiting Chowan to only 31.7. That spells doom for Chowan. That spells victory for Francis Marion. So thanks again for joining us on the FMU Patriots Network. Please join us when the Patriots come back home on November 28th. They will host Newberry in a 7:30 p.m. tilt next week. So wishing you and your family and all a happy Thanksgiving. Wrapping it up on the FM Patriot Network. Francis Marion victorious 78-60. Thanks again for joining us.